Hi everyone, I'm Juliana and this is Gentle Yoga Flow. So we're going to be on our mats. You're going to need a set of blocks, just like those. We're going to start up there, one block under the head, the other one under the shoulder blades. If that doesn't work for you, you can take a blanket or some pillows and also put it under your shoulder blades or head. All right, so we're going to start with that. And as you find yourself onto your back, making sure you find the support that you need. It's easier to adjust the block on the shoulder blades first. And then from here, maybe bringing the hands behind the head and then adjusting the other block in a height slightly higher than the first one. So you feel that the back of your skull feels nice and long. The feet can be a little wider, the knees can knock in slightly and forming this little teepee, which will help you to release more into the back, palms of the head facing up, shoulders releasing down. And we're going to take a nice deep breath through the nose and a big sigh through the mouth. Let it go. Again, inhaling through the nose and a big sigh through the mouth, letting go of any tension, any stress, drama, anxiety. Just let it wash away. And doing one more like that, inhaling through the nose and a big sigh through the mouth. Letting your body arrive, settle in, releasing deeper and deeper. The more you let go, the more support you'll find. And you started to notice where your body is right now. The back of the skull supported, allowing you to relax deeper around the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw. Perhaps even moving the jaw a little side to side. Sometimes we grind our teeth without even noticing. And then you feel the release to the shoulders, the elbows, to the fingertips. As the shoulder base feels fully supported, the heart feels light and open. So really shedding of things that no longer serve you so you can create space for new and positive things to come. Feeling that heart light and open, rising and falling. And noticing the belly also moving with your breath as your sit bones connected to the earth, allowing you to release and soften even more. Perhaps letting one hand rest on the belly, the other one to your chest to connect even deeper with the breath. As you start to feel the waves of the breath moving in and moving out like waves on the shore. Noticing the breath getting longer, deeper, and smoother. And the mind also starting to calm down. So yoga is not about a perfect pose, but trying to find that little pause between the thoughts. Our minds are constantly thinking, planning, doing, redoing, and that can cause a lot of stress. So finding a little bit of peace, trying to pause a little longer. Trying to feel that calm settling in. Your breath is always there for you. Anytime you feel the drama, the stress, the anxiety creeping up, come back to your breath. Let it be your anchor to the here and now. And with your next inhale, let both hands rest over the heart. And from here, breathe in the light and gratitude of being here today. Of taking time from your busy schedule to take care of yourself with kindness, with curiosity, no judgment, no right or wrong, doing what feels good for you today, honoring your body right now, right here. And this light of gratitude, of being here today, plant the seed of your intention, your heart's deepest longing in this moment. That your intention settle in. And when you feel ready, start to press into your feet, point your knees straight up to the sky, and start to take your arms also up to the sky, maybe rolling the wrists and flicking the fingers, rolling the wrists, flicking the fingers. Just getting a little bit release of the arms up. This also will help with that drainage through the arms, helps with lymphedema. You can even take a little gentle lymphatic massage as we bring the right hand to the left and brushes down the arm, under the armpit, also another area of a lot of lymph nodes into that thoracic duct. Good. And then take it to the other side, down the arm. And the pressure that you're using here is like a pressure that you will put lotion on your body, and to the center. One more time on each side, down the arm, under the armpit, chest to sternum. Right beneath the sternum is your thymus gland, which is so important for your immune system. And then just giving it a little bit more energy, perhaps even adding some tapping here onto your sternum, increasing that energy and light, and tracking your fingers on your collarbones closer to your shoulders. And then from there, just bringing that flow, dragging from the shoulders, collarbones down to the sternum. And just taking one more like that. The next time you inhale, we're going to take those arms back up to the sky. Feel that you can reach the sky, spreading into your shoulder blades. And as you exhale, you're going to relax your arms back behind you. Anytime that you need to bend your elbows, you can bend your elbows, sweep your arms along the side, and just noticing what's happening with your spine. If it's arching too much, if you need to make it less, engaging the core a little bit more, exhale, you release back. Sweep it to the side. One more inhale, circling the arms forward and up. And the exhaling, softening. Next time you go out to the side, we're going to pause there. Feel the reach from the sternum to your fingertips. Nice and wide. As we exhale, we're going to bend those elbows. Bring the hands behind the head so you can take the block out of the way. Now you're going to let your head rest like in a basket here as your fingers are locked and your elbows are framing your head pointing straight up. You have a block under your your chest, your shoulder blades. So as you drop your head perhaps a little further back, there's more opening. If this feels too much, just fold the head a little bit higher. Take one more breath in. And with your next exhale, perhaps pick up the right foot as you come up. And inhale, relax. And then as you exhale a little, come up left leg. You don't have to go back too far down or come up too much. You're just starting to engage your core as you alternate the foot that's coming off the floor as you come up. Now I'm going to add a twist if you like, opposite elbow to knee. Again, it doesn't have to touch. It's just moving in that direction. So you start to work oblique side abs. And last two. Inhaling and exhaling up. Last one. Beautiful. Now from here, take your time. You might roll over to the side to use your hands. And some of you might even have enough core work to bring the hands behind the and just bringing yourself all the way up. From here, I'm going to take the block out of the way. The hands can come behind you. As you push into your hands, you feel an opening of the heart. And then let your feet go a little wider on your mat. As you drop your right knee to the center of the mat, push into the right hand, perhaps look over the right shoulder, getting into the side body, and also rotation onto that hip socket mobility. And then you're going to take it to the other side, push into that bottom hand, feel the shoulder rolling back, gaze over. Beautiful. And we come back to the center once again. From here, we're going to cross, and I'm going to mirror you as I face you. I'm going to cross left shin in front of the right. If you want to sit onto your blocks instead of your blanket, you can. And as we inhale, we roll the heads of the shoulders up and back. And as we exhale, we're going to bow our chin into our chest. From here, inhale, roll left ear to left shoulder. And exhale, roll the chin into the chest. And then it's your right ear to your right shoulder. Just moving it slow so you can feel the sensation on the side of the neck and the shoulder. As we pause into the center, we're going to inhale, take both arms up to the sky. And as we exhale, bringing those blessings to your heart, we pause once again. Feel the wrists pressing firmly into each other. Relax the shoulders as you look over the right and then as you look over the left. And once again, pausing back to the center, finding your center, your gratitude, lock your fingers, and then pushing your hands slightly out. You can add a little pulsing of the hands, and then we can start to reach it up and up. Getting a little taller and longer through the side body. As you start to feel that release, we're going to take the right hand down, left arm up. Maybe play with the shoulder and the elbow as you roll it out. Noticing more sensations into that left side. And then we're going to pause with the left hand behind the head, lift the heart, and exhale, dial your left elbow back. So you start to feel more sensation into that side. We're going to push with that right hand and twist over to the left. So right hand to the left knee, left fingertips behind. As you inhale, you rise. And as you exhale, perhaps you go a little deeper with your twist. Beautiful. The inhalation keeps you up. The exhalation takes you a little deeper. One more breath here. Inhaling, I'm going to reach both arms up to the sky. And as we exhale, we cactus those arms, opening the heart. Feel the chest opening in gratitude. As we exhale, we're going to take those elbows parallel, lift them a little bit higher up, and then release your fingertips down to the floor, the mat in front of you. Now, anytime if the crossing of the legs feels too much, you can always have your legs open. Perhaps you do a little sway. This is your first forward fold. Let the arms release down, turning the palms down to ground or up to receive. Relax the head, soften the jaw, and just starting to notice the sensation in your hips, into your back. Breathing in and breathing out. Give that head a little nod, and then slowly start to use your hands back up again. We're going to bring the hands behind. You're going to open your legs and doing that windshield wiping once again. Just, again, being aware of the sensations of the hips as you move slow with purpose, intention, and mindfulness. We're going to cross the right in front of the left. And again, if crossing feels too much, you can always stay with it open. Roll the heads of the shoulders, turn the palms up. As we inhale, we rise. And as we exhale, blessings back down to the heart. Feel your center once again. Relax your shoulders, looking left and looking right. We pause onto the center, locking the fingers and rounding the spine. And then from here, slowly take those arms all the way up. See if you can find more stretch through the side body, getting a little longer. And we're going to release that left hand down, right arm up, and you pause once again, playing or with the shoulder, the elbow, or big air guitar, getting more opening through the side. Let that hand come behind your head, push with the bottom hand, lift the heart, and dial that elbow back any small amount so you can exaggerate the breath into the side body. We're going to push down with that bottom hand, inhale, both arms up, and as we exhale, we find a twist over to the right. Inhaling, lifting to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, think belly, chest, and shoulder going further back. Try to keep those shoulders relaxed. As we inhale, we lift. And as we exhale, we go deeper. Beautiful. We're going to take both arms back up to the sky as we inhale. And as we exhale, we cactus once again. Pause here. Maybe take a little tip over to one side. You come back to the center and then to the other. Beautiful. And we're going to do two more like that, really working onto your obliques, your side abs here. Arms are not moving. You're feeling one side contracting and the other side opening. And then we're going to take those elbows closer in, maybe lift your elbows a little bit higher up. And then as you release your hands down to the front, perhaps add a little sway of the body, walking of the hands, finding a way that feels comfortable for you here. Wherever you are is just perfect. And you just want to release and notice the breath into that lower back, into the side ribs, all the way up to the shoulders. Relax the head, the jaw a little, and then start to bring your hands back again. Roll the shoulders back. One more time, extending those legs out to the front to release into your legs. And once again, you can stay here with the hands pushing down, feeling the front of the shoulders rolling back, opening. And some of you might even come up into a reverse tabletop if that works for you today, right? Everybody's different. You're going to find a way that works, feels comfortable. And then we're gonna come up into a tabletop position. We're gonna use the blanket today because we're gonna do some poses on our knees. And if it feels uncomfortable, just taking a blanket or double the blanket. So you have that. Hands under the shoulders. And as we start with the cat-cow here, make it creative, make it in a fluid in a way that works for you. Perhaps you start to take it side to side or front and back, or even circling it around, right? You're going to know what your body's calling for. Maybe closing the eyes, letting the head hang as you move in a way that feels organic, natural to you. And start to maybe circle it the other way, or adding anything else that your body's looking for right now, calling for. And as we pause onto the center once again, from here, we start to feel a little bit more opening of the heart. And as we exhale, slightly doming the spine into your cat. And we're going to pause into the center as we allow the left toes to go back. And you want to pump your left heel here. So feel a stretch in the back of the left toes, heel, and ankle. And from this, we're going to bring that knee back in and then take it to the other side. So just waking up the legs, the toes, and the ankles. Notice the sensation. As you start to do that, if you feel too much pressure on your wrist, you can always change. And then as we come back, we're going to just give it a little shake. All right. So we're going to come back to this, and I'm going to mirror you so I don't turn my back to you. So when it's right for you, you're going to take your right toes back, and you're going to pump your right heel, engage your core, and start to take your left fingertips forward and up, like you're going to shake somebody's hand. Feel that reach of that left hand, and the right toe starts to go back. As you exhale, elbows and knees starts to come together. Inhale to reach. Now, maybe you take your elbow to the side, knee to the side, just for fun. If that feels too much, stay front and back. Inhale and exhale, under or side. Beautiful. Now we're going to come back to the center. We're going to drop that left hand. You're going to drop your right toes back. Drop that right heel. Now pivot your left foot behind your left knee. Stay with that left hand down, and inhale, start to take your right arm up and over your head. As you start to feel that connection from the foot to your hands, you're getting a nice opening here. Now we're going to do a little core work. We're going to take that hand, and it's going to reach back and reach back. It's going to peel that bottom hand down. So it's like you're doing a warrior two, but you're on your knees. Turn your palms up. Feel the side body. Inhaling, reaching up. Nice and strong. Now we're going to keep that left hand reaching up, and the right hand is going to drop to the right side. And as we exhale, we're going to close the gate, sliding the right fingertips, maybe an inch or two. Doesn't have to be too much. And you're getting this beautiful opening into the left. Padidasana gate pose. Inhale. Both arms go up. And as you exhale, release your arms like a warrior two arms. And then control that descent as you come down, down, down. And then you let that hand come to the mat. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you pick up your foot into your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon on your knees. So this is your balance pose. Feel that reach. Beautiful. With your next exhale, that knee is going to come parallel back down. Now you're going to slide the back of your right hand, right shoulder, under that left arm. So we're threading the needle. You can pause here. And you can let your left fingertips stay in front of your face. It can go up, or it can even wrap behind the back. Now, if you're having a hard time dropping that right shoulder down, walk that left hand a little bit more forward. So your hips, so you want to come out of it, walk it more forward. So you're not trying to sink back, but you're more forward. Your hips are more aligned with your heels. Usually that's how it feels uncomfortable. We're going to bring that hand back down. And then you're going to take your right arm back up, give it a little shake, nod out there. And then we're going to cat-cow the spine. So I don't turn my back to you. I'm going to actually walk my cat here to the other side. All right, I'm going to do that same thing on this side. So we're going to start to slide the left toes back. You pump that heel. And when it feels right, keep it there. Engage your core. And then start to take your right fingertips forward and up. Like you're going to shake somebody's hand. Reach it out, full belly in. And I'll pick up that leg. Now, anytime that you feel that bringing it in and out feels uncomfortable, you can always drop it down. Inhale. Exhale, maybe you take it to the side. Inhale to reach. And exhale, under or side, your choice. Beautiful. And then we're going to drop the hand, the foot drops, and you look back to your foot. You're going to drop that heel down to the side. Now pivot your right foot behind your right knee. And inhale, start to take your left fingertips up and over your head, like extended side angle or side plank variation. And then we're going to take that hand, use a little bit of core work to bring yourself up. Beautiful. And we're standing here on our knees like a warrior two. Relax your shoulders, turning those palms up. As we inhale, we reach those arms up to the sky. So feel the reach through the side body, knee to fingertips. And as we exhale, we're going to release that left hand to the thigh. One more reach with that right arm up. And as we exhale, we walk the hands further down. Parigasana, gate pose. Really focusing a little bit more on side body today. We get a lot of compression as we stay seated very long. And then we're going to take those arms up. We're going to open back like warrior two. And then we're going to control that right hand coming down, down, down. So when it comes down, you can stay here, or you can even pick up the back leg, right? So this is like your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon on your knees, your balance pose. Feel your core engaged. As you exhale, we're going to bring those knees parallel, back like a tabletop. The back of that left hand is going to go slide under. So if you don't have room, walk your right hand a little bit more forward so you can slide the back of the left hand, left shoulder, head to the floor. Right hand can stay here, or right arm can go up or even wrap behind the back. Just finding what works here for you as you stack one shoulder on top of the other, feeling for that opening. Inhaling. And as you exhale, we're going to bring that hand back down. And we're going to take that arm up. Give it a little shake. Beautiful. And bring it back in. As we inhale, we look forward. As we exhale, we're going to start to bring our forearms down where our hands were, shifting those shoulders over the elbows. And now from this, you can decide if you want to come into an elbow plank by sliding one heel back and then the other. And then dropping those knees, pointing the toes and inhaling, finding your sphinx. So feel from your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders, a straight line, pulling you forward and through. And as we exhale, we're going to take those elbows out to the side, forehead perhaps comes down. And relax your hips a little side to side. And just breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. We're going to take those hands along the side edges of the mat, closer to the hips. As you press into your palms, roll the heads of the shoulders up and back. As you inhale, lift your heart. So you're coming into your modified locust, and exhale, release. So if you have any neck injuries, keep the gaze down, chin down. Inhaling, roll the heads of the shoulders back like a flashlight, reaching forward, the toes reaching back. Maybe this time your hands will come off your mat like you're hugging a beach ball. And then as you exhale, bring those hands under your shoulders, push into your hands, push into your knees, and you're back into your tabletop. And you can cat-cow your spine. All right, so when you feel ready here, we're going to start to add a little bit more. So you can stay here with your cat-cow, or maybe you come even into a little bit of a down dog, just to pedal things out. If this feels too much for you today, back into your tabletop. Wherever you are, we're going to drop to our knees and take that right foot to the right corner edge of your mat. And from this, you're going to maybe circle your hips. So your foot is going to look like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And then you're going to take maybe that right hand to the middle of the thigh, move it around. And then maybe a big backstroke as you take that arm up and back, like you're painting a rainbow with your fingers. The next time that hand comes on the inside to that thigh, you're going to support your hand onto the thigh, shimmy that right foot a little bit more to the center. Now you're going to look back to your left toes. You're going to tuck your left toes. If you need, you use a block here under your hands. A block is always handy here. You can push it into your hands to find a little bit more height if you need. And then that left heel drops down. And just like you did before, we're going to take those left fingertips up and over the head, right? Very similar to what we did on our knees, extended side angle. And now let that hand pull you back. This is core work, right? When you come up, not using your hands. And now you're in your warrior two. Relax your shoulders, turn your palms up. We're gonna press into that front heel and inhale. Feel those arms reaching up to the sky. As we exhale, we're gonna reverse that triangle by letting the left hand come down, the right arm reaches up and back. As we exhale, we're gonna bend into that front knee. And then allow that forearm and thigh to come down. Extended side angle once again, right? Very similar to what we did on our knees. And then you can take that hand perhaps even behind the back. Roll the heads of the shoulders back. So you're gonna shimmy that back foot a little closer in. You have a block close by, maybe, right? You can slide, or the hands, as you start to extend that leg, you can slide the hands onto the shins, or even bringing that block a little closer to you. So your inner legs look like a triangle, pulling in. The arm can go up, Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. Now, as we exhale, we're gonna bend the knee, and you're gonna pick up onto that block. Inhale, you have like a warrior two with the block in your hands. And now from this, you're gonna start to tip maybe forward. You're gonna bring that foot. We're gonna come into a balance pose. If you like, you can stay here. You can shift the weight a little bit more, and maybe you pick up and stack one hip on top of the other. Feel the crown of the head reaching forward, the arm reaching up. All right, we're gonna slowly start to come out of this. So bend into that knee, let the hands come down, drop into your back knee as you inhale, reach your arms up. Anjalayasana. Exhale, cactus your arms open into your heart. And then slowly, when you come down, you're gonna frame your foot, shimmy that heel a little bit more forward, turn your toes up, push into the heel and bow here. Ardha Hanuman, half split. Hands can always be on blocks, right? So if the floor feels too high, hands on blocks are a great variation here. At your next exhale, bend into that front knee, and then slowly push into the hands, slide that knee back. Maybe you find a child's pose to rest. Maybe you like a down dog to reset, or you stay in your cat-cow flow. So I don't turn my back to you. I'm gonna turn it around, walk my cat to the other side. And here we go. So hopefully you guys are doing okay. This time, when you're ready, it's your left foot that can reach back and then step on the outside blade of that pinky finger, maybe rolling the hips, turning your toes, maybe 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You can even come to the blade of the foot. And then you're gonna take that arm up and over, big rainbow. And then when it finds back onto your thigh, you're gonna pause it there. So again, your hands can stay down, or it can be on a block, right? Just to give you a little bit more height. You're gonna look at your back foot, your right toes, and you're gonna extend that leg. Drop that right heel down into an angle. And now your right hand's gonna start to peel off that block or mat, and you reach it across, extended side angle, Utthita Konasana. And then you start to use your core to bring yourself up. You're in your warrior two. Relax your shoulders when it feels right for you. We're gonna turn those palms up. Inhale, inner legs pull together. You lift up high. And then we're gonna reverse the triangle by bringing the right hand to the thigh, left fingertips reaches up, up, and back. So now you get more breath into that left side. We're gonna bend that left knee and soften again, forearm to thigh, coming into that extended side angle as you reach that arm up and perhaps even behind the back, right? Stacking those shoulders one on top of the other. So this is an open twist, feeling that opening core engagement. So you look down, maybe you find that block close by. You can bring the block a little closer to you, or you can start to slide your hands onto your shin. Try not to push the knee above the knee or below the knee, or shimmy the back foot a little closer in, or the hands onto a block. The hands on a block is a really good variation for that. And from here, you can play, maybe opening the shoulders back and letting that arm go up to the sky. Trikonasana. Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle with that arm reaching up. And then bringing that hand back to your hips, soften into that front knee. Can you start to take that block slightly ahead? Shimmy the back foot a little closer in, slightly ahead, to the point that you might even feel like you want to fly and take that foot off your mat. Maybe not today. And if it does, right, you can even work this against the wall in your practice home, having your shoulders, hips, and heels stacked. And maybe that arm will even reach up. And maybe today or someday you even play taking that hand off your block, right? But maybe not today. You're going to soften that knee. You're going to step your foot back. Hands are going to come back down. And you're going to square your hips so you drop that knee down. From here, adjust your feet. So you inhale, take your arms up, Anjalayasana, low lunge. Exhale, cactus your arms, open the heart. And then slowly bow over your leg. Using your blocks here, if you like, shimmy that foot a little bit more forward, push into the heel and bow over the leg. Noticing the sensation in the back of the leg. Soften it out a little bit more, breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. And now from that, you're going to bend into your knee and slide that foot a little further back. And you can stay here with your cat-cow, inhaling and exhaling. And just dropping your hips back to your heels for your child's pose. Let your hands perhaps go a little forward, or maybe today they even come along the side edges. You can take your hands under your forehead, letting that forehead be supported if it's not coming to the mat. There's that pressure point on your third eye that's very soothing to the nervous system. And that pressure point that is used for acupuncture and acupressure. For stress and anxiety between your third eye, between your eyebrows, between the third eye. Just noticing again the breath into the lower back, into the side body, all the way up. And with your next exhale, we're going to slowly bring ourselves back up. And you're going to find a version of or 90-90 or figure 4 on your back, right? So if your knee is bothering you, right, or hips, figure 4 on the back is when you cross the ankle over the thigh, you hold behind. 90-90 is when you sit onto that, let's say you're sitting onto, I'm going to mirror you, on your left hip and your left shin is slightly ahead and you hinge over it. And pigeon would be a little deeper than this where your hips are squared, shin is parallel to the front edge, and then you fold over. Again, this is perhaps is going to be a little bit more extreme, right? So maybe today you stay on your 90-90, sit it on that left hip and hinging over. And if your head is very close to the floor, that you can stack your fists or your wrists and let your forehead be supported once again. That will help with the softening and release of the body. Take a nice deep breath in and a big sigh. Excellent. With that, we're going to use our hands to come up. And perhaps here you support the hands behind you. Take those feet wide and can you move it to the other side? If you're on your back, you can just hug the other knee in. If you're on your pigeon, you adjust the shin. And again, a 90-90, we're hinging over now the right. Letting the head be supported. If that feels okay, you can even put a block under it. Noticing the sensations in your glutes. Relax the cheeks and the jaw. And then using your hands to bring yourself up. And as you do, just extending your legs out to the front once again. Perhaps you find your blanket or your blocks to sit once again onto it. And you have your strap here. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. And we're going to taking any shin that, so I'm going to start with the left if that works for you. If it feels too much, you can let that leg open, right? So we're going to take the strap, and just similar to what we did before, setting up for a variation of Gomukhasana cow face. So you're going to take the strap onto your right hand. It's going to come up and over your head. Your left hand can come behind, turn the thumbs down, and it finds the edge of the strap. Now, can you feel that your right elbow is pulling up and your left hand is pulling down as it pulls onto that tail of the strap? Lift your heart. And exhale, slowly start to gentle bow here. We're going to release the strap, and we're going to extend that left leg so you can find your way over, relaxing the head, softening the jaw. Noticing with each exhale, perhaps you go a little deeper. And as you come up, there's a gentle counter twist. As we inhale, we lift the spine. As we exhale, twisting deeper over to the left. And we come to the center, take the hands back again. And then we're just going to switch the legs. So now it's your right leg in front. And we're going to take the strap over to the left side. And you're just going to let that tail drop behind you above the head. Right thumb comes down, back of the hand to the back to grab onto that tail of the strap. And you feel your elbows getting closer to the head and the other dropping straight down. Inhale. And a big exhale, perhaps a small hinge. Just be aware of the sensations of the legs. And when it feels ready, you just kind of come up. You're going to release your hands. You're going to open that right leg out, lengthen into your spine. And then as you exhale, just let your body fold. You can use the strap over your foot. You can hold onto it, whatever works, or just letting the arms relax to the side, giving the gentle release into the neck, the shoulders, as your right toes point straight up. And then we're going to walk our hands back in, inhaling. And exhale, a gentle twist over to the right. When you come out of this, extending the legs out to the front, giving them one last shake before we come down to our mat. So if you like to have your blanket for under your hips or your block for that, just have it close by and handy. Any other props that you might need for your Shavasana. We're going to bring ourselves back down, rolling to the side, or if you have core strength, to roll all the way back. You're going to move your hips a little side to side. Then dropping your feet here, just bridging it enough as you exhale, tucking the pelvis, lengthening the spine, maybe taking or a blanket or a block under your sit bones, and then allowing your legs to gently float up to the sky. Viparita Karta in your waterfall pose. So reversing the flow down the legs into the pool of the belly, flowing to the heart. As you exhale, cooling and calming down. This is a cooling inversion. Another pose that helps with lymphedema, drainage of the legs, your immune system. Also helps with digestion and sleep. Taking one more breath in if you prefer to have your heels up against a wall or over a couch or bed. You can. And we exhale, we soften the knees back in. Feet comes back down. Just enough that you can bridge your hips and take that blanket out of the way. If you like to have the blanket over your body or behind your head, you can. Just taking your knees, hands behind the knees or the shins or the blades of the feet for your happy baby, just to reset before we let those legs go all the way to the front. Allowing your body to find your Shavasana, your resting pose. As you soften around the eyes once again, the cheeks, the jaw, the tongue. Feel the release of the back of the throat, down the shoulders, elbows to fingertips. The spine feels fully supported, allowing your heart to feel light and open. The belly feels light, the hips feel heavy. As you continue to release down the legs, backs of the knees, heels to toes. You're happy where you are, you can stay longer. You're in the comfort and safety of your home. If you feel like moving, start to deepen the breath. Perhaps wiggling the fingers and the toes, maybe a nice body stretch. And as you exhale, starting to bend your knees, allowing your body to roll in the fetal position. Take your time to feel for the echo of your practice, all the hard work. With the least amount of effort, just using the hands to support you to come up to your seat. And once again, perhaps you sit on the edge of your blanket or on your blocks if that feels more comfortable for you. As you roll the head of the shoulders back, you feel your sit bones connected to the earth, the crown of the head reaching up to the heavens, and your heart balancing heaven and earth. As we bring the palms one over the other over the heart, Maitreya Mudra, the self-healing mudra that cultivates compassion, acceptance, and unconditional love to yourself and others. Remembering the light and gratitude that you brought into your practice, shining even brighter as you carry it with you. We bow the head to the heart, thumbs to the forehead. Namaste. The light in me bows to the light in you. Thank you so much. I'm just going to stop that recording button. If you have any questions else, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Be well.